Hi, it's Maggie with Golden Lights Within, and I am back with Millie here for another video in the series Life Lessons with Millie, which this is obviously Millie, my dog, and just a fun series that I have been doing to just shed some light on lessons learned from Millie and just dogs in general about how to live better and have a improved well-being, because I think that dogs have a lot of things right when it comes to that. And so they're just short, fun lessons, just kind of almost reminders, right, of things that dogs can teach us that we can do a better job at to just really, embody all that more. So you can take a look at any of the other videos in the series if you like this one. But today I'm going to talk about a lesson that Millie has taught me, and that is that actions speak louder than words, right? When it comes to connection and love, right? So connection with other people is obviously an incredibly important part of life and living well and having optimal health. And so, I think that Millie shows, obviously she can't talk, right? And so, but we have this strong bond, and she communicates her love to me so well, honestly could be better than a lot of other people, people can communicate it, right? And we try sometimes with words and then our actions don't align. And so I think always remembering that the actions do speak louder than words. And so, with Millie, it can be just, right, as simple as, coming up to me, looking at me, like wanting to play, sitting by my side, if I'm, a little bit, down, right? It can just be these simple actions that show like, hey, I'm here. Hey, I want to connect. I want to be here for you. You don't necessarily, right, have to say that to other people. You can show up in their life in a way that, embodies that support. And so just remembering that those actions speak louder than words, because I think animals are a great example of that. They can't tell us anything, but I think if you ask most animal people that have, different pets, I have a dog obviously, but that feeling that you get of just support and unconditional love, and they do that all without words. They do that just by being by your side and intuitively showing it with their actions of being there and expressing that love without even a word. And so I think just the lesson there is that really make sure, take a look at your actions and your relationships and your connections in life, and make sure that those are communicating what you want to communicate. Are they, actions of support, of consistency, of stability, of loyalty? And I think that a lot of times maybe we want to look at the words, and the words can be very important too, but I think we really need to understand the actions, because that's really where it's at when it comes to connecting with others, loving others. So I hope that this was helpful in this little series with Miss Millie, and we will catch you in the next one. Thanks, bye.